So good morning everyone. So today we are going to start our first chapter, that is rational numbers. So before going to start our rational numbers topic, so first we will revise how many different types of number systems are there. So in that, first is natural numbers. So what are natural numbers? Natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So all the counting numbers we will call it as natural numbers. So in these natural numbers, we denote these natural numbers with capital N. So how you will denote these natural numbers? We denote the natural numbers with capital N. So in these natural numbers, is one is called as smallest natural number, and the largest natural number we don't know, so we will take it as infinity or not defined. Okay, so next is whole numbers. Whole numbers. So all the natural numbers along with 0. All the natural numbers along with 0, we will call it as whole numbers. We will call it as whole numbers. In this whole number, 0 is called as smallest whole number, and the greatest whole number is we don't know, that is not defined, or we will take it as infinity. And in further classes, in 7th class already have learned about integers. First chapter of your textbook, that is integers. So what are integers? We know that integers are all the positive numbers, negative numbers, along with 0 we will call it as integers. So here integers are all positive numbers, negative numbers, along with 0 we will call it as integers. So how you denote these integers? We denote the integers with I or Z. We denote the integers with I or Z. And also we know that always the numbers which are lying on right side will be greater than left side values. Suppose if you compare -1 and -4. If you compare -1 and -4, in these two, which is the greatest number? Compare in this number system, numbers. So here -1 is lying on right side of -4. So -4 is lying on left hand side, on left side of -1. So -1 is automatically on right side. So what are the bigger values? Right side numbers will be the bigger values. So -1 will be the bigger number, greatest number, and -4 will be the smallest number. Okay, so what is that? Always the numbers which are lying on right side will be greater than the left side values. Okay, on these integers and whole numbers already we have learnt about integers in further classes, in before classes. Okay, now we will start this rational numbers. So which type of numbers we will call it as rational numbers? So which type of numbers we will call it as rational numbers, we will learn here. So rational numbers, all the rational numbers will be in the form of P by Q. So what are rational numbers? The numbers which are in the form of P by Q and Q is not equals to 0 are called as rational numbers. So what do you mean by P by Q here? Or Q is not equals to 0. So rational numbers are in the form of P by Q. That is, P is in the form of numerator. And here Q is in the form of denominator. So these all rational numbers will be having two numbers, which one will be lying on upper side and one number will be lying down side. So upper side number we will call it as numerator value, and down number we will call it as denominator value. So all the numbers will be in the form of P by Q, and Q is not equals to 0. Q is not equals to 0 is nothing but in this Q place you should not take it as 0. So if you are taking any number as 2 by 0, 2 is a numerator value, 0 is a denominator value. This is in the form of P by Q only. But this is not a rational number, because in denominator you are having 0. That is, 2 by 0 will be not defined. We can't define the 2 by 0. If it can be like this, 0 by 2. Okay, so 0 by 2 is nothing but 0. So here 0 is also a rational number. 0 by 2 is a rational number, as well as 0 will also be a rational number. So what do you mean by rational numbers? Rational numbers means all the rational numbers which lies in the form of p by q. Q is not equals to 0. So in this p is a numerator value and q is a denominator value, and q is not equals to 0 is nothing but in place of q except 0 you can take any type of number. It can be any different number, but q should not be equals to 0. In place of p you can substitute as 0, but in place of q you can't substitute as 0. If you are substituting in place of q 0, that will be not defined value. Okay, so now in these rational numbers you are having two types. One is positive rational number, and second one is negative rational number. Second one is negative rational number. So first one is positive rational number and second one is negative rational number. So which type of numbers we will call it as positive rational numbers, we will see. So if numerator and denominator are having positive signs, having the same signs, it can be plus sign and plus sign or minus sign by minus sign. Okay, if the numerator and denominator having the same signs, then that type of numbers we will call it as positive rational numbers. For example, you can take it as 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is a rational number, and is it positive rational number or negative rational number? That is a positive rational number, because before 2 this is a plus sign and before 3 also you are having plus sign. So if you are having the same signs in numerator and denominator, we will call it as positive rational number. In the same way, minus 2 by minus 3. Minus 2, 2 is a negative value, 3 is also a negative value. Both are having numerator and denominator are having the same signs. So this minus 2 and by minus 3 is also a positive rational number. So if you multiply minus into minus, that will become plus here. So what are positive rational numbers? Numerator and denominator having the same signs. If the numerator and denominator having the same signs, we will call it as positive rational numbers. In the same way, negative rational numbers. So what are negative rational numbers? If numerator and denominator are having different signs, opposite signs, we will call it as negative rational numbers. So if you see here, the numerator value is plus and denominator value is minus and denominator value is plus. If you see in this case, the numerator value is plus and denominator value is minus. So both denominator and numerator are having opposite signs. So that type of numbers we will call it as negative rational numbers. So for example, you can take it as minus 2 by 3. Or, so for example, you can take it as minus 2 by 3 or 2 by minus 3. So if you see here, in numerator you are having the negative sign and denominator you are having the positive sign. So these two are two different signs which is having in numerator and denominator. In the same way, here numerator value is positive and denominator value is negative. So here also this 2 by minus 3 is also a negative rational number. So what are positive rational numbers? Positive rational numbers means numerator and denominator should be having same sign, that is plus by plus, minus by minus. In the same way, negative rational numbers means both the numerator and denominator should have opposite signs. So then only we will call it as negative rational numbers. Okay, so next. So how to draw a number line for rational numbers? Rational numbers number line we will see. So already I have learned the number line for whole numbers and natural numbers as well as for integers. Now we are going to learn how to draw a number line for a rational numbers. Okay, so in rational numbers, all positive values will be there, all negative values will be there along with 0. So 0 is also a rational number. So 0, why I am calling 0 as a rational number? Because 0 can be written in the form of 0 by 1. All the natural numbers are rational numbers. We can call all the natural numbers as rational numbers, as well as all the whole numbers are rational numbers. In the same way, all the integers are also rational numbers, because natural numbers, if you take natural number 1 is a natural number. I am telling that 1 is also a rational number, because 1 can be written in the form of 1 by 1. 1 by 1 is in the form of p by q. So this 1 by 1 is also a rational number, as well as 0. In whole number set you will be seeing 0. So 0 is also a rational number, because 0 can be written in the form of 0 by 1. Okay. In the same way, all the integers, negative values, minus 9. Minus 9 is a rational number or not? Yes, it is a rational number, because we can write it as minus 9 by 1. So all the natural numbers, all the whole numbers, all the integers are rational numbers. So now how to draw a number line for these rational numbers, we will see. Suppose I want to take 2 by minus 2 by 5. I want to represent this minus 2 by 5 on a number line. So already we know that in rational numbers, positive values are there, negative values are there, and along with 0. So I am taking integers number line here first. For denoting this, for representing this 2 by 5 on a number line for rational numbers, first I am writing all the integers number line. So what is integers number line? It will be having positive values, negative values along with 0. Okay, now what is the denominator value here? 5 is a denominator. So divide all the numbers with 5 now. Divide all the numbers with 5. So where you are seeing is minus 2 by 5. This is minus 2 by 5. So this is how you will represent a number on a number line. So one more number we will take. So if you see in this, so 0 by 5 is nothing but 0, and 5 by 5 is nothing but 1. 5 ones are 5 ones are. 1 by 1 will be equals to 1. So 5 by 5 is equals to 1. 0 by 5 is equals to 0. In the same way, minus 5 by 5 will be equals to minus 1. So if you observe here, between 0 and 1, between any two rational numbers, it can be any two rational numbers. So between 0 and 1, just I am comparing between 0 and 1, but you can take it any different number. Okay, so between 0 and 1, how many different types of rational numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, we are having 4 different types of rational numbers. Okay, between 0 and 1, how many rational numbers are there? 4 different rational numbers. So if you compare from 0 to minus 1, between 0 to minus 1 also you are having how many different rational numbers you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here also you are having 4 different rational numbers. So just you remember this. One more example we will take. We will take it as minus 4 by 9. I am taking it as minus 4 by 9. So I want to represent this minus 4 by 9 on a number line. So how to draw a number line? First we have to take the integers number line, because in rational numbers you are having positive numbers, negative numbers along with 0. So I am taking here integers number line. And so on. So what is the denominator value? Denominator value is 9. So divide all the numbers with 9. So where is minus 4 by 9 now? So here you are seeing minus 4 by 9. This is the representation of a rational number on a number line. Now if you observe again, so 0 by 9 is nothing but 0. 9 by 9 is nothing but 1. Minus 9 by 9 is nothing but minus 1. Okay, so if you take now between 0 and 1, How many rational numbers are there? You count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total how many rational numbers are there? 8 rational numbers are there between 0 and 1. But in this case, you got only 4 rational numbers. But in this example, you got between 0 and 1. How many rational numbers you got? 8 rational numbers you got. Is it right? So between 0 and 1 here 4 rational numbers. Between 0 and 1 here 8 rational numbers. So how the denominator value is increasing, between values will also be increasing. It will not be in fixed value. So we can tell that between any two rational numbers, you will be seeing infinite number of rational numbers. Infinite number of rational numbers. If it is 10, if the denominator value is 10, between 0 and 1 you will be seeing 9 rational numbers. If the denominator value is 100, between 0 and 1 you will be seeing 99 rational numbers. In the same way, if the denominator value is 1000, between 0 and 1 how many rational numbers you will see? 999 rational numbers you will be seeing. Okay, so how the denominator value is increasing, between rational numbers will also be increasing. So here between any two rational numbers, how many rational numbers will be there? Infinite number of rational numbers will be there. So no ending for that between numbers. So you will be having infinite number of rational numbers between any two rational numbers. So this is how you will represent the rational numbers on a number line. Okay, so next is properties of rational numbers. So what are the properties of rational numbers we will see. So how many different types of properties are there? Already you have learned in 6th, 7th class. Properties of whole numbers you have learned, properties of integers you have learned, and now we are learning about properties of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. So in this, first one will be closure property. Second one is associative property, commutative property. Third one will be associative property. Next one is additive identity. Next one is multiplicative identity. Next one is multiplicative identity. Additive inverse. Next one is multiplicative inverse. Last one is distributive property. So how many different types of properties are there? One is closure property, second one is commutative property, third one is associative property, fourth is additive identity, next one is multiplicative identity, additive inverse, multiplicative inverse, and last one will be distributive property. So in this we are going to check for all the operations, basic operations, that is for plus, minus, multiplication and division. So we are going to check for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So here simply what are general forms for this we will see, and in next class we can go in brief. So what is closure property? Sum of two rational numbers should be again a rational number. So here A is a rational number, B is also a rational number. So if you add any two rational numbers, again the result should be rational number. Okay, this is for addition. Only I am writing the general forms. In briefly, we can take in next class. So this is closure property. So what is closure property? Sum of two rational numbers should be again a rational number. So A is a rational number, B is a rational number. If you add any two rational numbers, again the result should be rational number only. Okay, so for commutative property, what is the general form? It will be A plus B should be equals to B plus A. Okay, so A plus B is equals to B plus A. So if you are adding any two rational numbers, the reverse should be also the same result. So if you are adding any two rational numbers here, the result, if you reverse that two rational numbers, again the result should be same. Whenever the LHS value and RHS values are same, then the property will be satisfied. Okay, we can write in the form. Okay, so LHS value and RHS value should be same. So whenever these two LHS values and RHS values are same, then only the condition will be satisfied. In the same way, associative property. Associative property, what is the general form? A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Only the brackets will be interchanged. Okay, so A plus B plus C should be equals to A plus B plus C. Here for bracket is for B plus C. In this case, you are seeing the bracket for A plus B. Okay, so whenever the LHS part and RHS parts are equal, then the associative property will be satisfied. Now, we will do this additive inverse, additive identity, multiplicative identity, additive inverse and multiplicative inverse in next class. What is distributive property? Distributive property already you know. What is the general form? A into B plus C should be equals to A into B plus A into C. So this is a general form for the distributive property. This is the general form for distributive property. Already you have learned in before classes. In 7th class you have learned the properties about closure, commutative, associative, as well as we did for additive identity and multiplicative identity. These two are new for you, that is additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. This distributive property also we did, that is A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. So here also the LHS part and RHS part should be satisfied. Then only the distributive property will be satisfied. So now we will learn briefly about these all properties in next class. Thank you.